Hello, my beautiful people. Except for Adam. That's just a private joke between me and my friend, don't worry. Nothing against people called Adam. So today we are looking at your love life. Generally probably aim more towards those that are single or in situationships. But if you are in a relationship and you feel inclined to pick about, please go ahead. There must be a message in here for you. I'm quite excited to do this today, and I'm doing it slightly differently. So I've pre-selected oracle cards from a variety of decks, including some messages from the fairies and the sacred forest. And then to get some further information, I will be using my new tarot deck, which I am already in love with, which is the Dark Mansion Tarot. So I'm very excited for this. And today we are picking a duck. Anyone who knows me knows I love rubber ducks, and I just felt inclined to do that today. So part 1, part 2, part 3. As usual, I'll cleanse the energy. Okay, and if any of you are wondering why there is smoke coming on the screen, I'm not sure whether you can see it, but my flat is not on fire. I've got an incense burning, and I've also got the window open. You can probably hear the birds going, so it's kind of blowing the smoke over, but I kind of like it. I'm feeling it. Anyway, I shall see you for your readings. Hi, pile 1. So you chose this little ducky. So I'm just gonna leave him there so you can watch over the reading for us today. So the way I pulled these cards was, one of these is going to represent you, one of these is going to represent you, one of these is going to represent your person. So let's see what we've got. So this one is you, and we have Wizard of the Woods focus, number 50. I don't know whether that number means anything to anyone. And for your person, we have Willow Spirit Flexibility, and the number 48. Now, these can be the other way around, so whichever you resonate with, go with that. And the connection is intense. The intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. So let's get a bit more information for you. So just so you get an idea, let me just put these over here out the way for now. Just so you get an idea for the energies of these cards. So with the Wizard of the Woods focus, that's the general feeling. You're the person that this represents is someone who tends to do one thing at a time, if that makes sense. So say you had a multitude of things to get done in the day, like for example your housework. You know, you need to do the washing, you need to do the hoovering, and you need to do the dusting. You know, you have to do all those things. This is the type of person who will focus on one thing until it's perfected before moving on to the next. And then with the Willow Spirit Flexibility, this is someone who is essentially the opposite, which is probably why this relationship, this connection is quite intense, because even though you are kind of opposite, there is a lot of, I feel there's probably a lot of passion here, probably because of that. But with Willow Spirit Flexibility, I want to say she just purely because it's represented by a female fairy, but this doesn't have to obviously relate to someone who's male or female. Whatever resonates, resonates. But this represents someone who, as I say, is quite flexible. So perhaps even sometimes I feel maybe to their detriment. I feel that maybe sometimes this person may, I don't want to use the word enable, but I feel they, because they're quite laid back, because they're quite chill, and this person is less like that, they tend to go along with what this person's saying, this person does, and I imagine it probably does cause some frustration, at least internally for this person. That's, like I say, take what resonates, but that's the beginning part of what I'm feeling for this. So let's go a bit more information, shall we? So the advice from your fairies regarding this connection is, whom do you need to forgive? As you release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. And you also have assertiveness. Stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. So, and weirdly enough, this card is very similar to this one in appearance. And it definitely, I feel this is definitely in relation to this one. I think that what Spirit is saying is, if this is you, then yes, being flexible is obviously really good and important in a relationship. You know, you gotta have give and take. You can't have it all one person's way. But I think with the things that you do feel more passionate about, you feel more, well, yeah, more passionate about, you feel more strongly towards, I feel you need to speak up. Not obviously in an aggressive way, but I feel you need to tell this person, well, no, I understand you like to do it X, Y, and Z, but I like to do it Z, Y, X, for example. And with whom do you need to forgive? Release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. I mean, this is quite a general, really good advice, I think, for both of you. I feel that perhaps there's a blockage here in one of the chakras, and perhaps in the heart chakra, due to a forgiveness that needs to be done. I mean, the forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean by a person. It could mean forgiving yourself for something. But these two cards are so similar in the sense that if you see, they're both like holding this massive ball of light towards their chest, to what I would say, as I said earlier, the heart chakra. So I feel that is something that you need to maybe look into, is maybe opening that, cleansing that, releasing those blocks, because that may be having an impact on this relationship. And you also have learning your mistakes make you wiser, and manifesting your desires will be fulfilled. So I think, was it this one? Yes, this one said the similar thing. As you release old anger, resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. So I feel what Spirit's saying here is that if you can work on that, or maybe work on this relationship for it to work, and for yourself, all your dreams in regards to this relationship are going to pan out. It is going to work out. And learning, I think maybe it's advising that you need to maybe look into, as I said, your heart chakra, and look into how you might be able to open it up a bit more, release any blockages. There's loads of videos on YouTube regarding things like that. As anyone who's watched any of my videos before knows, that I am a massive, I'm trying to think of the word, crystal whore, basically. So I would suggest getting some rose quartz, because that rose quartz is very helpful towards your heart chakra. So I would suggest getting those. I'd also recommend getting some strawberry quartz perhaps, as this crystal is good at helping release blockages within your chakras. So this might be something you might want to look into as well, but obviously it's up to you what you do. But you might not be into crystals, you might not like them, I don't know, but evidently I do. So yes. And regarding when these changes are going to not come about as such, but the best kind of time for you and a significant time for you is the next full moon. My instincts would be interested. So if you watched my, I'm trying to think where to put this. I'm going to put you there for now, I'm afraid. Sorry. If you watched my last video that told us that was the new moon, not the full moon. I do beg your pardon. I know the next full moon is actually on the 16th of this month, so on this coming Monday. So that might be a good time for you. Also, the full moon is a really good way of releasing things. So what I personally like to do at every full moon is make a list of the things that I want to let go, I want to release. It can be anything. It could be, it doesn't have to specifically be blockages or those or anything related to that. It could be something as simple as I want to let go of wanting to eat chocolate all the time. And you know, I know it probably sounds silly, but these are the kinds of things that you do. So you make your list and you burn it. Now all I'm going to say is please be very careful if you are going to do any burning. Please, health and safety first, always be very careful. And if it's not this Monday, the next full moon next month in June is going to be on the 14th. So that'll be Tuesday the 14th of June. So it could also mean that these dates might be significant for you. So the 16th of May and or the 14th of June. I've also just seen there the 13th of July. So I don't know whether any of those dates might mean something for you, but essentially what Spirit is saying with this connection, be it a relationship that you're already in or one that is at its beginning stages, you might be dating at this moment in time, but because you are quite different to one another, that's probably, as I said, what initially attracted you guys together. And as they do say, opposites attract. I've just realised as well, we've got in the full moon, you've got this circle of light again, and even the wizard over here, he's got a circle of light. So there's a lot of light here, which is only positive, a lot of power. And as I said, I feel that there's a lot of passion in this connection. But I feel for it to continue to grow and to work, in order for you to manifest the relationship that you do want and want it to be, you need, if you are this person, the person that is maybe is quite laid back, I feel you need to be more assertive in regards to the things that, you know, are really matter to you. I mean, I'm not saying have arguments with them all the time over any little thing that might irritate you or whatever, but I mean the big things, like, no, I don't want to go on holiday to America this year, I want to go on holiday to Japan. I don't know, just, I don't know, that just popped into my head as an example. And regarding this relationship, I strongly recommend looking into, like, as I said, your heart chakra, releasing those blockages, and maybe looking further into some form of forgiveness. It doesn't, as I say, it doesn't necessarily mean forgiveness towards your partner or anybody in general. It could be forgiveness towards yourself. In fact, I think that is probably what this is, because if you look at the card itself, it looks like two people or two angels. But if you look more closely, it's almost as if it's one almost being split into two. So that could be something quite significant, as in your, not necessarily head and your heart, but it's I feel you are definitely neglecting listening to your heart, probably because you don't, if you are, well, either or really, it's probably because you don't want some form of confrontation. Likewise, if you are the other person, the person who is, you know, quite likes things, you know, is very focused, perhaps maybe you've not been paying as much attention to this person as much as they want you to, or even maybe as much as you want to, because obviously life gets in the way, commitments, you know, we all have things. But I feel that perhaps that's what this is in relation to as well, with the forgiveness for yourself. If you're this person, is that you need to forgive yourself, because I think maybe you're feeling quite bad and guilty in maybe neglecting spending time with this person due to other commitments. It's not because you don't want to, quite the opposite. It's just that obviously, you know, we all have commitments, be it family, jobs, health, all sorts of different things going on. So I think you need to forgive yourself. But either way, I feel you guys need to communicate a little bit more. I think that with this relationship, I think it's something that's perhaps at the beginning stages. So when you're at the beginning stages of a relationship, a lot of the time, you know, you don't want to show all the crazy or, you know, your flaws. You want to be that perfect partner for that person, don't you? Because that's just the way it is. But obviously perfect doesn't exist, and being authentic is beautiful and sexy in itself. I just want to read this card again. So the intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. So yeah, that's exactly what I think this is. I think that this is a very strong connection, and that might be partly what it is as well, is that it's happened quite quickly. But yeah, so that's those are the messages we have so far. I'm going to go into your tarot cards now. I'm going to pull some tarot cards to get a bit more advice, information from Spirit, to see what they have to say on this subject. So I'm going to just put you guys, Mr. Duck, over here. And we're going to pull some cards. So Spirit, can I have some cards, please, in relation, pile number one's situation. Actually, you know what, because I just realised I'm going to run out of room. I'm just going to put these all over here out of the way for now. Can we have some cards, please, Spirit, in relation to pile number one's landed in my singing bowl. Okay, so you firstly have the Tower, and you also have the Five of Wands. Can I have another card, please, in relation to pile number one's situation? Or, you know, three. Okay, that one really wanted to go there, so I'm going to take that. Okay, so let's put these over here for now. Let's see what we've got. So I'm going to flip these around so you guys can actually see them, hopefully. I love these. I love this deck. It's just amazing. So your first card you have is the Tower. You have the Five of Wands. And you have the Moon. And obviously the lady's face is like supposed to be like kind of the representative of the moon. It just makes me think of Moonface from the Enchanted Tree books by Enid Blyton. Bit of a blast from the past there for you. So this is essentially saying what I've actually kind of already said. So with the Tower, generally the Tower, that means that something major is going to happen, something new is going to happen, something's going to end, or something's going to begin, and it's going to come completely out of the blue. So I think what Spirit is saying in regards to this situation is that unless you two kind of start communicating better and being maybe a bit more open and honest with one another about your needs and wants, it's going to just come to, not necessarily come to an end, but there is going to be a massive, I'll say massive, that sounds really dramatic, doesn't it? You're going to have a bit of a lover's tiff, shall we say. I feel that's what they're saying. And with the Five of Wands, this generally, as you can see, depicts like a struggle, like you've got a load of different men there trying to put all these wands together and carry them all and construct something. I feel that that's representative of you guys. You're both trying to put something together, but you're both going about it in a different way, and you're just not getting anywhere. And with the Moon, I feel generally it shows a lack of balance, which is obviously what I've kind of touched on here with this relationship, this connection. There is a lack of balance, and at the minute it's more perhaps on the negative side than the positive, because with this card, as I said, with the intensity and the intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows, and I feel you guys might be in the state of a low at the moment, unfortunately, but that is due to the fact that I feel because you guys, you're not saying what needs to be said. That's just the vibe I get. And with further numbers, you've got the number 16 here again, which is a bit strange. In fact, actually, you got the 16 on the moon, and did I or did I not say that the next full moon is on the 16th of June? So I'm not saying you guys are going to have a massive bust up on the 16th, not June, sorry, May, on the 16th of May, but I'm just saying that I think the moon, I feel that the moon definitely plays a part in either yours or your person's energy. So that might be something you might want to look into if you're not already aware of that kind of thing. But I'm going to get some more cards now. If I can find out where I put them. Oh, right over here. So let's see if we can get some more cards. So Spirit, can I have a clarifying card there for the Tower, please? Oh yeah, no, sorry, I forgot to mention as well. So the Wands represents fire. As I mentioned earlier, I do feel there is quite a lot of fire, and I think that's quite telling of this relationship at the moment. I feel if I'm trying to keep it PG, but I feel if you guys aren't fighting and arguing, I feel you're doing something else. If you catch my drift. And with it being fire, that's representative of Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. So those signs might mean something. Okay, thank you. And we've got death to clarify the Tower, which, yeah. Can I have a clarifying card, please, for the Five of Wands? Spirit, thank you for the cards so far. May I have another card, please? Okay. Okay, so you're giving me 2, and I feel the 7 of Cups needs to come out as well because that was kind of on the side there. So okay, so you also got the Page of Cups, clarifying the 5 of Wands, and you got the King of Swords, clarifying the Moon. And another card that kind of threw itself at me and I thought needed to come out then in that case was the 7 of Cups. Okay, so I'm going to put that just there for now, and I'll see if I can get some more information for y'all. So with the Death card, I always like to remind everyone that when this comes out, don't freak out, please, don't be scared. It doesn't mean that someone is going to die. What it means is a new beginning. So it makes sense that that it has clarified this Tower in this situation, because as I said with the Tower, I feel that one way or another something big in this relationship is going to happen, be it a fallout or a disagreement of some description, or you are going to do what needs to be done and hopefully sort things out. I feel with Death, with it being a new beginning, I feel hopeful that it is that you have the conversation and you guys are able to start afresh, start a new cycle. Okay, with the Page of Cups, this just reaffirms to me that this probably is a connection that's in its infancy, that hasn't long begun. Water, the cups it generally represents emotions, so it would make sense for that to be the case. And that could also represent Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces as well. So I don't know whether that means anything to any of you guys. So with this Page of Cups, if you have a look at him here, so to me he looks like he's obviously like on the docks or something, and he looks like a little sailor, and so I feel it's a representation of you going on a journey regarding this relationship. But as you can see, he's staring at his chalice here and, you know, admiring how beautiful it is. He's on the verge of potentially missing his boat because he's too busy being distracted by this. And so I feel that this is a warning almost to say, stop procrastinating, don't get distracted, get on your boat, get on your journey, don't miss this opportunity. Because I think this connection, as I say, it doesn't have to be romantic, but generally that is what we were doing today was romance, but it might not be, I don't know. But I think it is important, but I think you need to, unless you get on this boat and go on this journey, you're going to miss out. It's going to go regardless, like the Tower. It's going. One way or another, it is going. And it's up to you what happens with it. The King of Swords, this is definitely representing the person who, as I say, I don't know whether, oh, my card's gotten wet. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, sorry, you can see it's gone a little bit weird. Anyway, so this represents this person here, the person who is quite focused, quite logical, takes their time. Now, the King of Swords is strongly has strong Libra energy, and Libra is the sign of balance. And I feel that, as I said, that is a theme that has come up a couple of times in this reading now. I feel that it is out of balance, and I feel with the King of Swords clarifying the moon, I feel what it's saying is that this person, the person who isn't the laid back one, is in the dark. They're not aware that this is how you are feeling, or as I say, if you are this other person, you're not aware that this is how your person's feeling. But now you are, so now you can sort it, it's fine. And with the Seven of Cups coming up as well, this is kind of like saying, it's kind of like saying you have a choice. As in, you know, do I go for this chalice here with the castle and hopefully have my happily ever after with this person? Do I do nothing? Do I hide in my chalice and not do anything about it and see what happens? You know, there's a lot of different options here, is what this card is telling me. But now isn't the time to do this. It's time to take action. So I'm going to pull out my new Oracle deck that I got, which I am completely, it's brilliant. So it's the Rebel Oracle deck. And just as a disclaimer, it says, let the truth bomb explode. Not what you wanted to hear. Too bad. So sad. You don't get to call the shots in Rebel deck land. So I'm just forewarning you that these Oracle cards are very blunt and straight to the point. So if you don't want to hear that, then don't watch the rest of this reading because they're coming out. So Spirit, what do we need to tell pile one in regards to this situation and how it can hopefully be resolved? What do you need to tell them? What do we need to tell them? There we go. So the first card that's come out is, you are giving too many fucks. Give 0. You're giving too many fucks. Give 0. So I think what they're trying to say with this is that you're potentially overthinking it, which might be what this card is representing actually, is that you're overthinking this. You either want it or you don't. What do you want? Don't worry about upsetting or hurting the feelings of the other person. Like, by all means, I'm not saying you'll be horrible or any disrespectful or anything to someone. Or what I'm saying is, you need to speak your truth. So, yeah. What else do we need to tell pile one regarding this connection? Okay, you can fly now. Get over yourself. Pull your shit together. Help people. Give back. Do good shit for humanity. So again, I think what they're saying is you need to not give a fuck and get over yourself, in the sense of just tell this person what you need to do. I'm going to pull another one. What else do we need to tell pile one regarding this situation? So what else would you like to tell them regarding this situation, what they can do to help this situation, or what they need to hear in general? What advice or guidance do they need to be told? What truth bomb do they need to hear? Okay, doesn't look like anyone has anything else to say. Any more? Anything else you need to say? You kind of stood out. Believe what you see. Face reality or live in fucking la la land. Choose bravely. So yeah, I think what they're saying is essentially get your head out of the sand, and you need to do something about this situation, this connection, and speak your truth to them, whoever they may be. And finally, I am going to get some positive affirmations that your spirit guides would like to give you. So, what affirmations would you like? Advice? Things would you like to give pile on? I've had to split that deck in half. I will do some from that one, either half as well. It's just that it's too big for my little hands. There's about 100 cards in there, so that's why I split it, in case you're wondering. What affirmation or affirmations would you like to tell pile one, Spirit? I think just Spirit guides are kind of like, we've told them all now. Can't be asked. Okay, so let's try the other half. What affirmations or advice would you like to give pile one, Spirit, regarding this situation? What do they need to know? What do they need to remember about themselves? I'm not taking all of them, but I am going to take the top one there. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. So that relates to so many cards. Manifesting. So I don't know whether any of you, whether you guys know much about manifesting or into it or whatever, but basically the general principle is that we are all constantly manifesting, whether we know it or not. Your thoughts shape your reality. So yeah, that's what that is. So what else do you want to tell pile number one regarding this connection? What advice or messages of love would you like to share? Today I will accomplish great things. Obviously, if you're watching it, it's not at this moment. It is an evening, but it's in general. I think this is a timeless one, to be honest with you. I will accomplish great things, and you will, whether it's with this person, whether it's with this connection, or whether it isn't. I think that's what Spirit is trying to say, is that we've got your back. Whatever you decide to do, we've got your back. And okay, we've got two here. So let's see. We have balance in life is what I strive for. I told you needed some balance. And that which does not kill you makes you stronger. So again, I think what Spirit is saying here is get over yourself, stop worrying about it, and just tell this person how you feel. Because whether it works out, whether it doesn't work out, they've got your back. Spirit has got your back. Your spirit guides have got your back. Spirit has got your back. You're going to accomplish great things regardless. But if this is what you want, if this relationship is what you want, which I have a feeling it is, or at least for some of you, because I feel that maybe it's something that you manifested, you need to speak your truth to this person. But obviously, you don't have to. You do whatever you want to do. You do whatever feels right to you. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just a talking pair of hands here. So you do you, boo. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that was helpful in some way, shape or form. I genuinely wish you all the best, whatever you decide to do. Much peace, much love. Hi, pile number two. So you chose this little ducky here, who's obviously just come out of the bath and put her hair in the little bun towel turban thing that we like. So I'm just gonna put her there. So one of these cards, these Sacred Forest Energy Oracle cards, sorry, is going to represent you, the person that you're thinking of, or, well, yeah, generally your person, your specific person. It can be whichever way around, but yeah. Anyway, so for you, we have Owl Spirit. and wisdom. It's a beautiful card, that is. And the number 27. I don't know whether that might mean something. And for your person, we have butterfly spirit, transformation. And the number 8. I like how they both got 4 wings as well, which is quite cute. And the love connection is obstacles. Look for ways around the obstacles to find happiness. So that doesn't mean to say that you guys are going to come into any kind of obstacle. I just like to make that clear, so I'm just going to put the duck there. What I think Spirit is saying is just to be aware of obstacles and that you can overcome them. Because if you see, you know, this couple here, they've gotten past their obstacles and they're together again, or work together to get there. But let's get some more information for you. So your messages from the fairies are, firstly, you have perfect timing. This is the right time to move forward. And once again, you've got more wings, another 4-winged pretty little thing. And you have your wishes granted. What you've asked for is coming true. Woo, yes, go part 2. And again, more wings. And you got wings as well, I just realised, with the owl here. A lot of wings. You guys are flying. So with your, what I did was I've pulled a moon card for everybody. So it has different phases of the moon and it has a little message on there for you. So it could be related to some specific kind of time for you, or it might for this relationship to maybe come about, or for it to improve, or it just might be a significant time, something you might need to be aware of anyway. So for you guys, it's the new moon. I have the power to shape my own reality. And just so y'all know, so we didn't long actually have a new moon. The last new moon, if any of you watched my last reading, was the Taurus new moon. Ooh, go Taurus. And that I was on the 30th, I think, of April. Let me just check my calendar. Yes, 30th of April. And the one this month is also on the 30th, so the 30th of May. And next month will be the 29th of May, 29th of June. So if any of those dates mean anything to you, take that. And also with the new moon, that generally means a new beginning. So I think for a lot of you, this is actually a relationship that maybe hasn't actually come into fruition. I feel it's something that you've wanted and that you've been manifesting, you've been working on, and it's coming, basically. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay, so I'm just going to give you guys a bit more information regarding these 2 energies. So as I said at the beginning, I believe this is possibly you and this is the other person. Although, to be honest with you, going with the energies that I am feeling and just the kind of what I'm channeling, I feel this is potentially this. I mean, not for all of you, obviously, but for a lot of you, though, I think that this is kind of like you. Both of these energies are you, which is quite interesting. So over to our Spirit. As you can expect, with the owl, it and the fact it's got the word wisdom there, but it's generally about someone who's quite spiritual, someone who trusts or needs to know that they need to trust their intuition. So that's what Spirit is trying to tell you with this. They're trying to tell you to trust your intuition. I'm also getting a mass with all this red and orange, and I'm just feeling a lot of fire. So I don't know whether this might be, you might be Leo, Sagittarius or Aries maybe. I am getting a lot of fire energy here. And with the butterfly, this is representative of someone who, and I've just noticed something on this card. Yes, sorry, I will get into what I've just noticed. So this is representative of a new start, someone who, obviously, because, you know, transformation, but, and they've come out of their shell. It's literally coming out of their shell. So maybe you or this person have always maybe been quite shy with one another, which is why maybe the connection hasn't quite happened yet. But what Spirit is saying is now is the time they are going to come out of their shell. I'm not saying necessarily they're going to come forward and declare undying love for you, but what I am saying is that they are going to be a lot more receptive. It's only good. Your wish is being granted. It's the perfect timing. You can do this. I think the obstacles are something that maybe you've already faced and they've come to an end, or are going to be coming to an end for you two to get together. But what I was noticing in this card is, if you see, there's a I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not. There's a tiny, you can see another little fairy there. So you've got your main one here, and then you've got a little one here. So it's almost like she's going to go join her friends now. She's ready to join her friends. So, and because it's one, I feel like it's ready to join you. And the spiritual advice you had is perseverance. Keep going. You're almost there. Which, again, is what we're seeing here. We're seeing that perhaps this is something that maybe has been a struggle. Maybe, I'm just getting that maybe for some of you, maybe it was a case that maybe they were separating from their partner, or maybe they were getting a divorce, something like that, and you've been waiting for that to happen for you to be able to be together, something like that maybe. I know that's not going to be for everyone, but that was just something that came through there. So if that resonates, take it. But I feel that whatever the obstacles have been in the way of this connection, they are 100% coming to an end, and it is going to come to fruition. And it's just going to be beautiful. You're spreading your wings. You're going to fly together. It's a very powerful, I'm just getting so much power and passion, and it's just beautiful, this is. So go part 2. Go you guys. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards now and get some more insight, more details on this connection, this situation for you guys. I'm just going to put these guys here for now. So, Spirit, can I have a card please regarding pile 2's situation, their love connection? Okay, so you've got the Queen of Cups, which already makes quite a lot of sense, but let's see what else we have. Can I have another card, please, Spirit? Thank you for the messages and information you've provided so far. Okay, and okay, right. So straight away, this is what happened with part 1. I think it's probably going to be the same. It kind of reiterates the messages I was picking up here. So I'm just going to start with the 9 of Wands. So actually, let me show you the cards first, actually, because I just love these cards on this deck. It's so cute. So you got the Queen of Cups. You got the 9 of Wands. And you've got the King of Wands. Which again, you've got 2 wands here. Again, more fire energy. So I don't know whether Leo's Sagittarius or Aries is some significant in this relationship. It might be you, might be them, I don't know. But or it could just be the passionate. It doesn't have to resonate, but that's just, yeah. Anyway, so 9 of Wands. I wanted to start here. So 9 of Wands. weirdly enough, it's in the same position, is all about obstacles. As you can see in this card, he's put up his little fence. He's not letting anybody in. No, no, no. And I feel this could be representative. This could represent either you or your person, in that maybe they or you weren't willing or able to let the other one into their heart, you know, for this relationship to become something, for whatever reason that might be. With the Queen of Cups, so that's obviously water energy, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But what she's generally about is, you know, water represents your emotions, feelings, things like that. And so what she is all about, it's kind of like someone who is very in touch with their emotions. This has quite a lot of Scorpio energy. So again, I don't know whether that might resonate with any of you. So I feel that with these two, it's like this is either representative of you or the other person, your person. Knowing what you want, wanting it, and then you've got the obstacle. In fact, this might not necessarily be actually a person. As I said, that there might be a reason for an obstacle. It doesn't have to have been a person. It doesn't have to be anything about you or them. It could have just been the situation to begin with. But there was definitely an obstacle stopping you. And weirdly enough, it's literally like it's between the two of you. So that's one of you and this is the other one. So with the King of Wands, I feel... So the King of Wands basically is someone who is very confident, knows what he wants, and he's getting it no matter what. Within reason, he's not going to hurt people, or well, not intentionally anyway. But it's just giving me so much fire energy. I feel that these two go together, so much red in the pair of them, which makes sense because, as I said, this person, the owl spirit person, they know intuitively what they want, that this connection is supposed to be, that there's something there, be it romantic or not. But obviously these readings are generally about romance. And there's been this obstacle in the way, but there is a lot of love and a lot of emotions here. So I'm going to get some more cards to try and maybe get a bit more information, to get some more information on this. So Spirit, can I have a clarification card, please, for the Queen of Cups? Can I have a clarification card, please, for the Queen of Cups? In your own time, I know. So you got Temperance, clarifying the Queen of Cups. More wings, might I point out? Just saying. Can I have a clarification card, please, Spirit, for the Nine of Wands? Yeah, I knew that. I was going to probably ask for Astro 2 anyway, but it's come about now. So you got the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, clarifying the Nine of Wands. So that's good, because we need some more information on that one. And lastly, but no means leastly, can we have a clarification card, please, for the King of Wands? Can we have a clarification card, please, for the King of Wands? Thank you. Ah, I got the Ten of Cups. Yes, pile too. Okay. And on the back, I don't normally put it up this way, and I don't normally look at the back, but when I was putting it down, it came up like that, and you had the Magician, which is fucking awesome, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But So, where to start? We'll start over here. So with Temperance clarifying the Queen of Cups, it's all about balance. Again, so much water over here. Emotions, feelings, which actually makes sense because, is it this one? Is it this one? There it is. Sorry, perfect timing. You got that one. So I feel that this connection, so with Temperance, basically, as you can see, she's pouring water into 2 jugs, and she's trying to strike the balance between the two, you know, to make sure it's even, as it should be in a relationship, you know, it should be 50-50. And with this as well, that came up with one of the messages from the fairies about perfect timing. I feel that this situation has perhaps been not necessarily stagnant, but I feel the right balance has been waiting to be struck. And I feel, as with this card here, now is the time. The Spirit is saying that we've struck that balance. Now's the time for your emotions to come out. So yeah, go part 2. Now with the 4 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles, clarifying the 9 of Wands, what Spirit's trying to say with the 3 of Pentacles, it's because the 3 of Pentacles is a lot to do with kind of like building something, structure, and I think that what they're trying to say is that, I'm not sure which, whether it's either that this person's connection, they want to build that with you, which obviously they do because you guys are awesome, or whether it now is the time for them to be able to do, for you guys to do that, or whether what they're saying is that the foundations, the plans have been made, the initial beginnings of this connection have started, have been done. It's like this card generally shows like the initial completion of something. So you got these 3 guys are obviously making their little plans, and so the initial completion of that has been started, and construction now can begin. With the 4 of Pentacles, this I think is representative more, I'm just trying to understand actually. Yes, okay, sorry, yeah, okay. So what Spirit is saying here is that the obstacle that was preventing this connection from coming together, whatever it was, basically the initial foundations of this had to be put in place before you could come together. And there was I don't want to say one particular person, because it might not have been a person, it might have been the situation, it might have been the circumstance, but there was someone, sort of something that was preventing it. As you can see in this card, the man is really holding on tightly to those pentacles. He's like, no, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. So it may have been financially related, because I mentioned earlier about, for some of you, I feel that maybe you were waiting for them to separate from a partner, or to be officially divorced, or something like that. And maybe the ex-partner was dragging their heels with the whole situation because they wanted more money. I feel that whatever the situation, the obstacle was, I don't think it was that there was anybody else in the frame, or that your person was unsure about how they felt about you or anything like that at all. I feel it was a practical matter. I feel, and with it being represented here by Pentacles as well, I feel it was potentially something to do with finances. So maybe they wanted to be more financially stable before they could progress the situation, this relationship with you. So, but I mean, obviously there are a whole manner of things, but that's what I feel it is. And this little bugger, or I'd say, it doesn't necessarily mean it was a person. It could have been the situation. Maybe they had, I don't know, some money troubles, or I don't know. But the point is, you guys got the 10 of Cups. Was it Cups? Yeah, it was. The 10 of Cups, clarifying the Knight of Wands. So 10 of Clubs, Ten of Cups is basically your little happily ever after card. That's what this is. It's all good. It's all good. You know, it's exactly what your fairy said earlier. Your wish has been granted. You're going to have your happy ending with this person. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to be together forever and that there won't ever be any problems, because, you know, that's not how life works. But what I'm saying is that you've obviously been waiting for quite some time, I think, and you have persevered for this to come together because you've wanted it so much. And what Spirit is saying is that it will. And I think with it being with the Ten of Cups clarifying the King of Wands. Sorry, I'm just quite excited about you, and I think it's I just feel very excited. Yay! Anyway, it's saying as well that this person also wants this as well. So it's just kind of like reaffirmation, reconfirmation for you guys. Now, with the Magician on the back, as I say, I don't tend to do the bottom of the deck, but it kind of showed itself to me, so I thought it was important for me to tell you about it. So you've got the Magician. So the Magician is the first card in the Major Arcana. So it's, again, confirming this is the beginning. It's not, you know, we've started, we're at number 1 now with this connection. You've got magic. You're very powerful. You are, I think, quite a spiritual person. You knew that this situation was, this relationship, this connection is supposed to happen, which is why you've persevered and you've put in the work. You've done everything you need to do. And again, it's just magic. It's just beautiful, which I think is why we're seeing so many fairies, so many wings. It's almost, I feel like maybe, not to sound, I don't know what the word is really, OTT, over the top, but with all the wings and things, I just feel that I want to say that this connection is divinely not protected, but divinely watched, put together. Basically, this is meant to happen. Is basically what I'm trying to say. And I think you knew this, which is why you've persevered with it also for so long, so bless you. But that I just feel that that's, yeah, I need to tell you that. Anyway, so I'm going to finish off here with some words of advice, things you need to hear from your spirit guides. I've got this new Oracle deck, the Rebel deck, and it's quite blunt, I'm not gonna lie. So it actually, you know, just forewarning for you. Let the truth bomb explode. Now what you not what you wanted to hear. Too bad, so sad. You don't get to call the shots in Rebel deck land. So it is quite blunt. So if any of you, like me, have some sassy spirit guides, they love this deck. But yeah, so let's see what spirit or your spirit guides have to say to you guys regarding this connection. What would you like to tell part 2 regarding this situation, this connection, which is freaking awesome? Anyone? Anything? You kind of wanted to come out. It's not really relevant to this, so maybe it wasn't supposed to come up, but I'm going to read it anyway. You need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. It's not specific to this, so, but hey. Anything you would like to say? It's pile number 2 regarding this connection. Time to let go, move the fuck on. Now, this, I'm not saying, they're not saying give up on this by any means, God no. What they're saying is, if you're the person, or you, that had some kind of control over this obstacle that's been in the way of this connection happening, or whatever it is, they're telling you to let it go. It's time to move the fuck on with this awesome person here. So do it. And let's get one more. Spirit, do you have any more words of wisdom that you would like to give Pile 2 regarding their love connection? Anything else you would like to say? Any of you sassy spirit guides out there have any words for Pile number 2? Have you said everything you want to say? Okay, that's it. So the other bit that one's quite is, whatever you are thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. So I think, again, it's not relating to this connection, so I don't know why they're throwing these random things out. Maybe one or two of you that have been seeing this need to hear this. I don't think, like I said, this is not related to this at all, but that's some advice for something else. You'll know exactly what they're talking about. If this one is for you, you'll know exactly what they're talking about. And I'm also being drawn to, you were going through some tough shit. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. Again, I feel that goes with that. Again, I think this is a very small minority that this is for, but your spirit guide wanted to tell you this. So if this resonates, like I say, you'll know what they're talking about. If you have no idea and you're trying to think, then it's not for you. Disregard it. And lastly but not leastly, we are going to get some nice little love affirmations. Well, they're not specifically love, it's just, you know, like, just nice. After the truth bombs that got thrown. Okay, so the first one's already come out. So it is, my negative thoughts and self-images are gone. So again, for some of you, that might have been what was blocking the situation. Maybe you guys were friends and it was kind of like you both blatantly like each other, but you were like, oh, they don't want to fancy me. Oh God, all these cards are throwing themselves at me here. I am content. My day is a blessing and a gift that I will not waste. And Spirit's telling me to use either. I've split these in half because there's like 100 cards in here and my little hands can't handle them all. So, Spirit guides, what other little affirmations, words of wisdom would you like to give to Pile 2 regarding this connection specifically? I suppose anything else you'd like to say? She kind of told me to come over here, so I kind of feel there was something over here you wanted to tell them. You can't tell them all about, that's ridiculous, no. Come on. One more card. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. So I did not want to go in. Live your beliefs and you can turn the world around. That's quite a nice one, isn't it? That's cute. And I also just wanted to mention, because it was bugging me earlier and I forgot to say, was also for underneath the Magician, you guys had the High Priestess. Again, it's just reaffirmed that you guys have a lot of power and that you knew this was going to happen, and your spirit guides are very happy about this. They want it to happen. But yeah, so that is what I have for you guys, Pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching my video. Obviously you don't have to do anything I've suggested. It's entirely up to you. You do you, boo. But whatever you do, I hope it works out. I'm very excited for this and I'm wishing you all the best and much love, much peace. Hi, Pile number 3. So you guys selected this little guy, little green duck. So he's gonna sit here for the reading. So I'm not gonna lie, guys, no offense to the other 2 piles who've been awesome and are awesome. I'm particularly excited to do yours because you have quite a few extra cards than the other ones that just kept flying out at me, so I was just like, fine, I'll take them. So I'm intrigued. So to start with, I've got your Sacred Forest Oracle cards here. So one of these energies is going to represent you, one of these is going to represent your person. It could be the other way around. You might resonate with both. It is what it is. So for you, we have Bee Spirit Prosperity. And for your person, we have Stag Spirit Leadership. So right off the bat, especially with this one, I'm feeling, sorry, I've got hair in the way. Anyone who has long hair, you guys know exactly the pain of it being everywhere. So this person, I feel they might be older, for starters. And I also feel that, I don't want to use the word stern, that's not the word I'm looking for, but I think they're quite, again, I don't want to use the word serious either, because I think that they're not always serious, but I think they can be. Sorry. And the number on this card, sorry, is number 39. Then that number might be significant to you. And the number on this card actually is number 5, which is, again, might be significant and is weird because, like I said, I do feel that this person is, there is an age gap. It might not be a significant age gap, but I do feel there is one. And there is quite a significant age gap. Well, not age gap, a number gap between these two, 34. So again, 34 might mean something to you. I don't know. But anyway, so to give you a bit more information regarding Bee Spirit Prosperity. So this person, whoever it represents, is someone who is actually, they're really sweet, which is why they're being represented with the bee. So as you can see, well, as we know, bees make honey. So they're quite sweet. I'm very drawn to the fact that there is what appears to be a ring. And don't get too excited, people. I'm not saying someone is going to be proposing that you're going to get married or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that this person, whoever the bee spirit person is, whether it's you or your person, I feel they or you, I'm just going to say you for now, whichever way around it is, I'm just for argument's sake, I'm going to say this is you, this is them. So is that you have a proposition. It might not actually be in relation to this person purely because she's going this way, the opposite direction with this proposition. Maybe it's something that you are wanting to discuss with someone before you mention it to them, because of them being a bit less of a free spirit than you, is what I want to say. But yeah, anyway, so I pulled, for each of the decks I pulled one of these cards, but two threw themselves out for you guys, and so I went with it. So yeah, so you got remarkable. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships. And you also got emotions. Look deep within your emotions. Now again, I don't want to get people's hopes up or anything like that, but I just can't help but not point out the fact that there are clearly what appears to be wedding rings or rings on this card. So take that as you will. So maybe you are planning on proposing to your person, so this is just coming through. I don't know, obviously, but like I say, please, I don't want people thinking, oh, he or she or whoever, that they're gonna propose and then they don't, and then people are very upset and disappointed. I don't want that. It could just be pointing out the fact, I'm just gonna move your duck over here because it's getting in the way, that this is a strong relationship. In fact, you might already be married. That might be what it's telling me in some of these cases. I feel you might actually, yeah, you might actually be married. Interesting. So, but obviously what you guys have is remarkable. And there are a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings going on. Look deep within your emotions. I think this is relating to this person. I think maybe it's kind of like Spirit trying to say, this relationship, if there's a lot of love and a lot of emotions going on, and you should express them more. Do it. But I don't know, that's just the initial feeling I'm getting. I could be wrong, but let's see what else we've got. So your messages from the fairies, you've got debt paid off, the old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you and your life. And you also got goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You finish one part of your life and now a new and even better part is beginning. So firstly, I really strongly again want to address this because it says about debt being paid off. Again, please don't take that to literally. It could be, in which case awesome, but what it could also, what I generally mean, take this card to mean when it comes up, is that the weight and habit, the old weight and habit of something, the old ways, something that's been basically playing on your mind, something that has been affecting you, you've been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, that kind of thing. It's coming off, it's or has come off. You don't need to worry about whatever this big worry is that you had. Not maybe necessarily in relation to this relationship, it might have been something else, but it might have had an impact on it, who knows. But it's coming off. You're going to be free and able to fly again. And goodbye to the old, hello to the new, I believe is in relation to this and you, or the B person, and this proposal that they have, this proposition they have, this new thing that's coming about. It might not even be related to the relationship. It might, maybe you're thinking about a new business venture or something, I don't know. But I feel it might be, I do feel for some of you though, it is going to be a proposal if you're planning on doing that. But again, I don't want people getting their hopes or thinking they're going to be proposing or getting worried because they don't want to get married. I don't know, everyone, you know, everyone's different. So I've also pulled moon cards for everybody. Now, again, everyone only got one, but you guys got two. So just saying. So you got waning crescent, moon, I have learnt and grown from past events. And you also got first quarter, I have the courage to keep going. And again, I just wanted to point out, I will give you some more information on those in a second, but what I wanted to point out was the fact that, again, these two halves make a whole circle, a lot of circles, which is quite nice. So a bit more information then regarding these. So starting off with the waning crescent moon, these encourage, this is, when this comes in, when the moon's in this kind of phase, it encourages like positivity and faith to take, and it's basically saying take a leap of faith, which links quite nicely with whatever this is. And with the first quarter, it's saying about a critical approach, taking stock before finishing your goal. So I think what they're saying, what Spirit is saying is, whatever this proposal is that you have for this person, or whatever the proposal this person has for you, who knows, if you haven't already, make sure you think about it, make sure you are critical and analytical about it, putting it all in place before you come to the person about it. But I think what Spirit is also saying is that you can be as critical and analytical as you like, but you're never going to get 100% like a massive green light flashing at you so you know it's time to go. You've just got to take that leap of faith. You will know in your intuition when is the right time to start the new, and it will be a new beginning for you both. So yeah. And the advice cards, and once again guys, everyone got one, but you greedy pile number 3 I joke, had to have 2. So the first one you had, or have should I say, is you can heal, it's time to let go, which goes with that. And be heard, it's time to communicate your feelings. And I don't know where I'm afraid guys, I'm gonna have to move the duck. I know you're gonna be very sad about this, but he is here, I promise. Okay. So, oh, it's the wrong way around. Well, not for me, it's not, but for you guys it is. So, starting off with this one, you can heal, it's time to let go. I feel this is in relation to this winning crescent mood in regards to taking this leap of faith that you need to do with this card. I feel you've put in a lot of work and effort, and I know it specifies about healing, but healing obviously can be all manner of things. But I feel perhaps maybe you had to do some spiritual healing, or look deep within to find the answers that you wanted for this proposal, for this thing. And now you need to let go of anything that was holding you back. You need to let go. Just drop that burden, drop that shit. It's not yours anymore. Say goodbye to the old and hello to the new. And with the be heard, that's spirit telling you to tell this person what you need to tell them, or tell whoever it is you need to tell them whatever it is you need to tell them. Very, very, very specific advice over here on Tashwini Tarot. Whenever I see these though as well, it always just makes me think of crystals. And for any of you guys that have watched any of my videos before knows that I am a crystal whore. So what I'm going to say in regards to be heard, that will relate to the 5th chakra. So I would strongly recommend getting some angelite, an angelite crystal, as this helps with throat chakra. It's a very spiritual stone, this is, to be honest with you. It helps you connect with your higher self, the spiritual realm, your third eye, your crown chakra, everything. So yeah, it's a badass crystal. I'd also suggest getting perhaps some sodalite. Again, this helps with the 3rd chakra and communication, but it also helps if you have any anxieties. So I feel that some of you might have some anxieties regarding this, so I feel that might be useful. And I would also suggest, I've got my pile of crystals over here, so I'm kind of like, what do they want? What do they need? I would also suggest that you get some, like part 2 actually, some strawberry quartz, as this helps with blockages. I feel that might help with any blockages you might have regarding your throat chakra, regarding communicating with people. So just saying, obviously you don't have to, but that's just what I suggest. But yeah, so let's get some tarot cards and get some more information regarding whatever this is. It's interesting. I'm intrigued to find out some more. Okay, so Spirit. Okay, you've already given me one. 9 of Cups is your first card. So you can see it there. 9 of Cups. Spirit, can I have another card, please, regarding pile 3's situation? So I can get some more details on it. See if there's any further advice. Well, there is quite a bit more advice I need to give them, but you know what I mean. Have some more cards, please. I do apologise. I can tell you straight away that is one of my spirit guides, as they like to do that kind of thing. I won't get into that, but yeah, not my spirit guides, thank you. Spirit, can I please have another card regarding pile number 3's situation? Can I have another card, please? Okay, you're sticking out, so only Queen of Swords. And can I please have one more card regarding pile number 3's situation? Can I have one more card, please, regarding pile 3's situation? Spirit, thank you for the messages so far. Can I please have another card regarding... Thank you. And you've got the Moon, which came up actually in the last reading, in pile number 2's reading as well, in the same place as well, weirdly enough. So starting off with the 9 of Cups. So 9 of Cups is kind of like, it's almost like a wish fulfilled card. So I think this relationship that you're in, this connection, your wish has been granted for you to be together, and that is something that you wanted. And as you can see, this dude here, he's very happy, he's very content, loving his little life. Now I feel, again, I could be wrong, but I feel this is your person. They're happy, they think everything's all fine, everything's all tickety-boo. However, with the Queen of Swords, that says that that is not how you, or perhaps the other person, is feeling at all. Well, not at all. There is something underlying, which is again why this communication thing has come up, I think, about being heard. I think that this person, or you, I think are not telling them. And with the Moon, I feel that that's just confirmation that they're in the dark about it all. I feel that, and I think it also is representative of your, I'm trying to think, this situation is in the dark, so to speak, you know. I mean, all relationships have highs and lows, obviously, but I think that this is saying that this is kind of in a low situation at the moment, unfortunately. Sorry, I had an itchy arm. And the fact that in this card, as you can see, she's holding the river, I feel that's a symbolise. Sorry, I just wanted to look at the... No. So I feel this is symbolising you holding back your emotions, you holding back your feelings. And I think that's what this is what this is all about, this proposal. It's you wanting to tell them something. Perhaps maybe you want to get married. and you're nervous, and and they don't, or the other way around, or it might have nothing to do with marriage. It could be something completely different, but that's just the first thing I put in the head, because all these rings that keep coming up, which is quite interesting. Let's get some more cards. So, Spirit, can I have a clarification card, please, for the Nine of Cups? Can I please have a clarification card for the Nine of Cups? The Six of Pentacles, clarifying Six of Pentacles, clarifying the Nine of Cups. Can I have another card, please, to clarify the Queen of Swords? Thank you. Got the Ten of Cups, which is interesting. Can I get a clarification card, please, for the Moon? Ooh. King of Cups. Okay. So, with Six of Pentacles, as you can see in this card, the lady is the lady. The lady is giving a coin here to the little boy, and as you can see, she's got loads of money. So she's, you know, it's depicting someone that, you know, is quite wealthy, almost like charity, giving money to charity, which might be what you or this person are like. Maybe you do give a lot of money to charity, I don't know. But in regards to this connection, regarding to what this is telling me, if you notice at the top here, you've got scales. And what Spirit is saying here is that there is an imbalance. I feel your person feels everything is tickety-boo, is all honky-dory, which is, again, where this Ten of Cups has come about. And you did too. Because that's what the Ten of Cups is about. The Ten of Cups is like wish fulfilled. It's like fairy tale, happily ever after kind of thing. And I think that is probably how it was at first in this relationship, this connection. But I feel that obviously over time, things have become sort of imbalanced. I think maybe you feel you're putting in more effort than the other person is. And there is an imbalance. And with the King of Cups clarifying the Moon. So the King of Cups, again, I feel this is a representation of, I'd say, I think it's your person, but it might not be your person. The other person, the person that is, they're quite, because the King of Cups is someone who is actually quite emotional. They do have a lot of feelings. It has a lot of Scorpio energy with the King of Cups. That might resonate, might not, I don't know. Take it if it does, leave it if it doesn't. But they're not one for forthcoming with their feelings, which might be why I'm getting a bit tongue-tied at the moment. I can't forthcome with my words. They're in the dark about how you feel, which, again, where is it? Here it is. Emotions. Look deep within your emotions. I think for some of you, I feel, and this might not be the case, obviously, but I think for some of you, what this proposition is that you're potentially thinking of ending the relationship. you're kind of at a crossroads. You're like, it's either go, you know, we're either going to work on it and fix it, and you're going to have to pull your, sorry to say it, it's not me, this, do I say it? All right, so whenever I say these things, before I say it, it's not me at saying it. This is what I'm channeling, this is what's coming through from me. So it, yeah, it's not me. You need to pull your finger out your ass, is what, or just forget it. Because I think, like I said, this relationship was beautiful, but I think maybe you're out of the honeymoon phase now. And this person is completely oblivious to how the other one is feeling. This is a very, some of you might want to watch might want to watch pile number 1, purely because this is it is a similar vibe, it's a similar situation, so you might want to watch the first video, the first pile. So you don't have to, obviously, it's up to you, but that's just yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pull another couple of cards, I think, for you guys, which I think this is why we've got so many cards here, because it's quite complicated. Spirit, can I have some more cards in relation to pile number 3 and this situation? Can I have a bit more information regarding pile number 3 and this situation? Okay, you want it to come out. I'll have one more card, just because it's aesthetically more than anything else. Can I have one more card, please, Spirit? Thank you so much for the information you provided in the messages today. Can I have one more card? Okay. So, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So, that was it. It's happened again. See, I meant to tell you this actually at the beginning. I've just, yeah. So when I was pulling your oracle cards to begin with, randomly I started singing. I don't know whether that means anything. Maybe one of you, or maybe your partner are a singer or something. I don't know. But I just did it then. I just want to sing. It's really weird. And it was you and you. So put you there. Okay. So you got the Tower. Now, the Tower is... This is the reason why I laughed. I'm not obviously laughing at your situation by any means, shape or form. The reason why I laughed is just because I always laugh when the cards reflect what I was saying. And yeah. So with the Tower, it means that you're going to be coming towards... The situation can't continue as it is. It's got to go one way or the other. You know, I'm not saying your world's going to come tumbling down or anything that dramatic. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that if you choose to do nothing and you leave this situation as it is, which is completely within your right to do so, if that is what you want to do. If you leave the situation the way it is, and just stop putting any work in the relationship, it's going to come tumbling down. Now, obviously, you can repair that and you can build back up. And sometimes that's what has to happen. Sometimes in things, you know, you have, like, with old buildings, they have to come down in order to make room for new, beautiful buildings. Sorry, I just noticed these went in the frame, and I don't know why, but I've just really felt the need to put them in. I'm bringing you Duck in again as well, because I feel he needs to come in. Quack, quack. But yeah, so I'm not saying it's going to be a bad thing. Like, if you are married, like I think quite a few of you are, I'm not saying you're getting divorced or anything that dramatic at all. No, no, no. But what I am saying is that you can avoid it You can avoid, I'm just trying to get the words right. Okay, so what's coming through is you can avoid it being a train wreck if you both get on the train together. So what spirit is saying, what your spirit guides are trying to say here is that if you both come together and work together and talk, communicate, you know, where is it? If you can both be heard, then this journey, you can go on the journey together, on this train journey together. I don't know why the trains is being thrown over. I don't know, maybe some of you are train conductors, who knows. But if you don't, one way, regardless, like say if you leave it, then that's fine. Obviously that's up to you, but it's gonna hit a lot heavier and a lot harder. It's gonna be a train wreck. And like I say, I'm not saying that your relationship's gonna end or anything like that at all. What I'm saying is that potentially you're probably gonna have a big bust up, a big argument, something like that. Yeah, that's what Spirit's saying. That's why they're saying, that's why the fairies were saying goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You need to do something about this. You need to say goodbye to the old ways, because the old ways aren't working anymore for this relationship, unfortunately. Which is fine, because that happens, you know, people change, things change, relationships change. You have to grow together, and I think that may be partly what the issue is here. As I mentioned at the beginning, I thought there was an age difference, but it might not necessarily been that it was necessarily it's an age gap. It might be a mindset gap. You're here now, you're in 2022, but your partner, the other person, they're back in 1990 or whatever, when you first got together, they can't see that things have changed, that you've changed, you've developed, they're the same. Not to get into about me and my life, because obviously you guys don't give a shit, and this isn't about me, but just to say that this is what happened with my parents. My dad was the same person he was when they first got together, whereas my mum developed, she changed, she progressed, she grew. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being the same person. That's fine. If you're happy with who you are, that's brilliant. But that wasn't how she wanted to be. And so it's like, you either come with me on this journey, or I'm going to go without you anyway. And with the sun over the tower, it shows that there is hope. There is hope for this relationship. It's not doomed at all. It's just in the dark at the minute with the moon, but it will, you know, like with, you know, once the sunset gets the moon, then the sun will rise. And it is possible with this relationship. It is 100% mendable. It is 100%, you are 100% able to have your happy ending again, 100%. But you need to have this conversation. And with the Nine of Wands, as you can see, the guy, he's like built like a little fortress. He's not letting anyone in. That ain't happening. That's your person, or it could be you, because I don't know, but they're the ones that need to come out of the dark and into the light. They need to open their eyes and see what this situation really is. You need to tell them, because they're quite stubborn. And I don't want to hate on my Taurians, because I am a Taurus. But I know it's cliche, but we are stubborn. So I'm just saying, I'm just getting that vibe. So maybe they are a Taurus, maybe you're a Taurus, I don't know. Might not mean anything, but I'm just saying. But yeah. Oh, I'm really sorry, guys, that part number 3, that you guys are going through this situation. It's really shit, and I'm so sorry. But there is hope. There really is. The Sun is like arguably the best card in the deck. It's like the most positive. So there is definitely redemption for this relationship, 100%, but it's up to you whether or not you want to fight for it. That is what I'm getting from Spirit. Now I'm going to pull some advice cards from a new oracle deck I got. It's called the Rebel deck. I'm just going to give you some forewarning, although to be fair I've been pretty blunt and straightforward because that's just the way I am anyway. But it states on here, it's almost like a warning. Let the truth bomb explode, not what you wanted to hear. Too bad, so sad. You don't get to call the shots in Rebel deck land. And that's why I love this deck, as well as it does amuse me sometimes. But sometimes we need tough love, and that's kind of like what's happened here, really, isn't it? So, but yeah, let's see what words of wisdom, what advice Spirit has for you power through regarding this situation. Okay, so the first one that's come out is fucking apologize. Seriously, just do it. So I don't know exactly how that might relate to this. If that resonates with you, then that's for you. If it doesn't, then just leave it. Don't worry about it. The spirit guides that tend to pull from this deck are like my spirit guides, and they're quite sassy. Which is why I like it and why I like them. But yeah, I think that's the thing that I always say with this deck is, if what the message comes out resonates with you, then it's for you. If it doesn't, if you're thinking, what could that be about? What do I need to apologise for? Then it's not for you. You'll know straight away if that's for you. So Spirit, what advice do you have for pile number 3? Okay. That's 2, yeah. So you got get over yourself, pull your shit together, help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. So I don't think they're necessarily saying you've got to give money to charity, although that's quite goes with this card, because like I said, that card always makes me think of giving to charity. Maybe you do, maybe you should, I don't know. But I think what they're saying with get over yourself, pull your shit together, what they're saying is stop sitting in the dark regarding this situation. Stop burying your head in the sand. Deal with it. Again, I know that's a bit blunt, a bit harsh, but this is a Rebel deck. That's how we roll. And they also saying you need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. Again, I know that's obviously not relevant to this at all, but that's just a random message there. So take that if you want to. I'm going to see if I can get some more. So, Spirit, what advice do you have for pile them through regarding this situation? Let's have something a bit more specific to their relationship that they're clearly having a bit of a shit time with at the moment. So can we have some advice regarding that? I know you've got something else to say. I know you do. Come on, what is it? Just say it. Okay. So, this one definitely is for you. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. So, yeah. You also got, you think someone is lying. They are. So, I don't know. Again, that might not be in relation to this. That could be something completely separate. Again, what I will say, as I always say with Rebel deck, if straight away you know what that is, if straight away you're like, oh shit, I know what they're talking about, then that's for you. If you have to think about it, then it's not for you, so don't worry about it. And the last one they give thrown at us is you are giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. So again, they're basically telling you to deliver that message. if that, you know, if you want to sort this relationship out. Maybe you don't, maybe you want to end it, and that's fine. I don't know, but it's up to you, obviously. You do you, boo. Sorry, I'm definitely. So yeah, sorry if that was any of that was a bit harsh and upset anyone. Obviously that's not what we want on Tashwini Tarot at all. I know Rebel Deck can be a bit harsh, but it's got to be done, unfortunately. So let's see if we'll end on some nice messages. So Spirit, what affirmations and words of advice, things do we need to talk to Pile 3? What do we need to remind them of? What would we like to tell them? I've just had a message, sorry, as well, before I go through these regarding that lying one. Where is it? You think someone is lying. They are. That one. Sorry, I just had a message come through. Is that this? What Spirit is saying is not now. This is a future message. So, and they're trying to say trust your instincts with things. It's not specifically, it has to be regarding that. If you think someone is lying, they are. If you think someone's telling the truth, they are. Trust your instinct is what I just got come through for that. So yeah, like I said, take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't stress about it, guys. So messages are: nothing is more honourable than a grateful heart. And anyone who's ever watched Dude, Where's My Car? I can't read the word honourable without reading it as honourable. So, yeah. Stand up to your obstacles and do something about them. Trust yourself. I love everything about my body. Just a little reminder for yourself. And I'll pull some from over here because I have to split this in half every time because there's like 100 cards in here and my little hands can't hold them all. So, any final words you would like to give to pile number 3? There is one more. Oh, okay. Or 10,000 things. What else would you like to say? So you'd like to say, that which does not kill you makes you stronger. Exactly what Spirit is saying, you know, regardless if this relationship ends, if it doesn't matter, because if it, you know, it's not going to kill you either way, but it's going to make you stronger either way, isn't it? Because, you know, if the relationship ends, then obviously you've got to heal from that, grow, so on and so forth, and that makes you stronger. If the relationship works out, then you've done what you needed to do, and therefore you are stronger for having done that. And the last thing is, I will not take other people's negativity personally. And that is so important for everyone to remember. If someone is being a prick, Rebel Deck's come out now, so I don't care. If someone's being a prick to you or whatever, it's not personal. It's not about you. It's about them. You know, they've got some shit going on or whatever. It's not about you. Just whatever, water off a duck's back. But anyway, that's all I have for you, pile 3. Again, I'm very, very sorry that you are in this situation at the moment, and I'm also sorry if any of these messages were a bit harsh, a bit blunt, what have you, but at the end of the day, it's what needed to be said. Otherwise, Spirit would not have told me to. So anyway, you don't have to listen to a word I've said today. You do whatever you feel is right at the end of the day, I am just a talking pair of hands. But whatever happens, I genuinely wish you all the best, and I send you much love and much peace.